I instantly knew these were fake and they just didn't look good quality. Welcome back everybody to the boot sale content. Another week, another boot sale video. We are in the flow of this now. If you didn't see last week's video, make sure to check that out. I had some good finds in there, but also some pretty big misses in it. Since that video's gone out, I've managed to sell the D&D set that we saw in it. I picked it up for £5, I think, and it's now sold for 18. So that's a little £12 profit, just what we like. So let's get into this week's boot sale video and see what I found. So first up, and this guy's here every week, he has so many clothes. There's literally rails full of it. Now, clothes is something out of my expertise. I don't really know what I'm doing with them. But today I just stopped to have a little look. And there was a few nice little bits like this Puma top, there was a Nike hoodie, and this Champion white jumper caught my eye. But like I said, I just don't know what I'm doing with this. And I didn't ask the price. So I didn't pick any of these up. But I feel like clothes is something I need to try and learn more about because they're so easy to post. They're literally at every boot sale. I could just pick them up and send them off and make a £10 quick profit. You can literally see how popular this store is. There's literally people everywhere around here. They're just looking at all the different clothes. Like, it's clearly a big market I feel like I need to tap into. Next up, I saw these blue Converse. Now, I actually sold a very similar pair in yellow this week for only £12. And they were sort of in okay condition. And these ones here are probably in worse condition. So I didn't ask the price, but she probably wanted maybe £5. And like I said, there's maybe a £10 max you could sell these Converse for. So I didn't pick these up, but I just thought I'd mention it. If you see these for maybe £2, they're worth getting, but only if they're in good condition. So I've been to this boot sale 2 weeks in a row now, and there's literally the same people there every week. It's getting a little bit samey, and I can't wait for the summer when the big boot sales are on, all the families come out, people are just clearing stuff out of their house, the weather's nice, because also it was so cold this morning, I was honestly freezing. But literally, just for an example, you can see the same people here that I saw last week selling Easter eggs at the boot sale, back again, selling more Easter eggs. And then I saw this slushy machine and I wasn't really sure, so I took my notes from last week and I went away and googled, and it is selling for around £10 to £20 if you're pushing it. But I didn't pick this up just because it's quite big and bulky to send off, and I'm not doing this full time, so I'm not making a living out of this. This is just like I do as a sort of hobby on the side, just to make a little bit extra money, to maybe do some extra nice things while I work my full-time job. So I can actually afford to be a little bit picky about what I pick up. But the reason I make these videos are for you guys, so you can literally see what I see, and if you take notes and see this at the boot sale, you can be like, oh, Boomerang saw this, it was £20 online, this guy only wants 5, I could probably take this and flip it. So slushy machines, if you see this exact make, you can probably sell it for around £20, as long as it's working, as always. And then we come to the first buy of today's boot sale. I saw this guy selling quite a few different Switch remotes. Now, this guy was a dealer. He had loads of different electrical things, which always puts me off a little bit, but as I said, this boot sale wasn't the best, so I just wanted to make sure I got something so it was worth my time getting up early in the morning. So we had a whole bunch of different ones here, but this Pikachu one caught my eye. Don't know why, I just like this one. The boxes were open, so it kind of concerns me that they might not work. I haven't tested it yet, but I did speak to the guy and he said this.
How much are these?
£5.
They're all working. All good.
So some of them I tested, some of them not. That's why the price is low. £30 retail price.
Do you know which one you tested?
But I can't remember because I got like 30, 40 of them.
Okay, cool.
I guess he's never going to say it's not working, is he? So I've just got to hope that. But anyway, I took this for £5 because I thought, let's get something in the bag. I obviously checked it all over as well, and it was in good condition when I took it out of the box. All the triggers worked. It looked pretty clean, like it had never really been used. And looking online, potentially I could sell this for 15 maybe. So that's a £10 profit. Not too bad. So I will take that and move on to the next store. So next up, this is pretty interesting. This was a Carlsberg beer dispenser. Now, this is the sort of thing you sort of see lying about and you're like, it could be worth £300, but at the same time, it could literally be worth £5. So I wasn't sure. Went away, looked at the eBay solds, and it looks like, again, similar to the slushy machine, you could probably sell this for around £10 to £25. If it was brand new, it looks like it was going for about £45, which is pretty good. But unfortunately this one was open. I didn't ask the price or take it out of the box to see if it was in good condition, so this one again is just for you guys to note down. If you see something like this, it could be worth £25. Now we have the second buy, and this is pretty random, but I found this woman here selling some wooden tools. Now these are play tools that kids use, and if you find anything that's wooden like this that's for kids to play with, whether it's like cooking stuff or tools like I have here, it's usually worth a fair bit compared to the plastic stuff, just because it's better quality really. So I asked her how much and she said 50p.
What, 50p for that?
for the whole lot.
For 50p, I'm not saying no, so I picked this up, and looking online, I can probably sell this for about £5 on Vinted as a quick little flip. Won't take long at all to sell, I don't think. Now, £5 doesn't sound like the biggest profit, but from 50p, that's pretty good. That's like £4, £4.50 that I can then put into the profit, which just adds up so quickly when you're selling. So now we have an Xbox. I'm literally just pointing this one out because it brings back so much nostalgia. This is the Xbox Slim I used to have as a kid. I'm pretty sure I got it for one of my birthdays. I remember rushing back after school, picking this up, and then putting in Call of Duty and playing it straight away. And this one looked actually in really good condition, and if they maybe wanted £10, I actually probably would have picked this up just to plug it in for a bit of nostalgia. But I spoke to him and he said this.
How much is this Xbox?
How much a box, Trace?
30.
Cool, thank you.
Just got all the stuff there.
Yeah, I see you got all of it, haven't you?
Everything's there.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, £30 is pretty much what it's selling for on eBay, but fair price, I guess. He knew what he was doing. He'd done his research. And if there's someone here that just wants to get an Xbox for themselves, pretty good price. You don't have to pay the postage or wait for delivery. So now we have one of the better buys of today, and that is some Vans, but they are Simpsons themed. Now, Vans don't really resell for that much just on their own, but if you can find the unique designs like this, they do actually sell for a good amount of money. Now, I had a quick look at them, checked them all over. They were in pretty good condition. They were just pretty dirty, so these do need a good cleanup. So I asked the woman how much.
How much are the Simpsons Vans? How much are these?
£2, I am not saying no. That is £1 a shoe. What a bargain. Now, these were size 5, I think, so they're a little bit smaller, but a size 9 on eBay was selling for about £22. So from £2, that's £20 profit. That is very good. I am very happy with that. And if I'm feeling really lucky, there are some on eBay selling for around £30 to £40. So maybe I'll aim a little bit higher as normal and then lower my price if it doesn't get too much interest. And now, you know, I like to point out a lot of the random things you see at boot sales, and this caught my eye. It's literally like an events flight case. So it was called First Light, so I assume it had some sort of lights in it for maybe like music or something, or film locations. But it just kind of interests me, like, how did this end up here in this field? Like, how's this guy picked this up, and what shoots has this been on? What music venues has it been to? It's just so random how you see things like this just end up at the boot sale. Didn't ask the price, but flight cases online do sell for quite a lot. And then on the same stall, I saw this cool vintage camera. Now, I'm into editing. I do videography as a full-time job, so this camera just interested me, as you don't see things like this that often. I literally couldn't see a year like this was made or anything, so I just didn't know anything about this. So I asked the guy how much.
20, is it? I don't know how old it is. In good condition, isn't it?
Lovely, yeah. It's never been used.
£20 didn't seem like the worst deal for this. It looked like in very good condition, like I said, but again, I knew nothing about it. So I walked away and had a quick little Google, and on eBay it seems like it's selling for around £25. So not the worst deal, but I have absolutely no use for this and there's no profit in it at all. So I passed this up, but I did find it very interesting to look at for a second. Now, this stall really confused me. I literally walked past it and I was like, what is this stall selling? Why are all their sheets empty? Why haven't they got anything in their van or anything on that blue tarpaulin? I don't know what this guy was thinking, but he should probably bring something to sell next time he's at the boot sale. And again, the things at this boot sale just get weirder and weirder. This guy has just got an entire van full of mattresses. Now, who is going to the boot sale, waking up 6:30 in the morning, getting there for 7 a.m. That's just me because I'm half an hour away from this boot sale, and thinking, you know what I really need today? I really need a new mattress. So let's just buy one from this guy on this stall. Now, he was making a sale with those guys on the left there. You can see he was arranging the time to come and pick it up. So it clearly works for him. So credit for getting up and doing this. It's a very unique thing to sell at the boot sale, but I just can't see who is actually picking one of these up and putting it in the back of their car, considering around London nobody drives. Nobody's going to have a car big enough to fit this in, but they never seem to not surprise me. Now, I'd be extra careful here because apparently the floor is very wet in this field, so make sure to not slip. And I rate that he's been very safe and made sure to put out 4 of these signs so nobody slips over and hurts themselves on this frosty morning. And also, I just want to point out how weird this boot sale gets. Literally, like, because it's a public field, anyone can turn up. There's literally just a football match on the other side of this field going on at like 7 a.m. I don't know who's getting up to train for football at 7 a.m. on a Saturday, but credit to them. I'd much rather get up and walk around the boot sale. So now we have another pickup, this toy baby mat plaything. I picked one of these up not too long ago and I paid £8 and I've actually since managed to sell it for 20. So that's a pretty good £12 profit there. But this one didn't look in such good condition and it didn't have as many of the electrical sort of toys with it. So I kind of felt like this one wouldn't sell for £20. So I asked the woman how much.
For a fiver?
So for £5 and it was a little bit dirty, I wasn't that convinced and I started to walk away. And then she managed to entice me back.
That's £70. That's priceless. You can trade.
Yeah, go on then for 3.
So for £3, I was tempted in. I didn't really want this, to be honest, because it's so big and the last one took up so much space in my house. I've got nowhere to put all this stuff. But for £3, I'm like, I could probably sell this for 15. Like, why not just pick it up? It's not the best boot sale I've been to. Let's make a little bit more money. So I took that home and I've now got the giant playmat thing back in my house, just taking up the living room over there. You can't see it, it's off camera. Next I saw this James Bond DVD box set. Now DVDs just don't sell for anything on their own, just steer clear. But if you can find a DVD box set that has like a whole collection of a TV series or movie collection in one box, then that is great. Those do sell for some good money. However, this James Bond one was a little bit damaged on top, and when I opened it up it kind of looked like there was a DVD missing because they weren't like solid. You can see them moving about there. I didn't actually look through and check all the DVDs, but that kind of put me off, especially with the damage on top. And also this is missing a couple more of the newer James Bond films, so it's actually not the most up-to-date thing. And looking online I couldn't really see this anywhere, so I'm not too worried about leaving this. However, this store did have something very funny just over here. If you know me, I like to collect Pokemon cards, and the same store had a bunch of Pokemon cards just sitting here on the floor. However, picking them up, being a little bit of a Pokemon expert, I instantly knew these were fake. They were so light and they were papery and they just didn't look good quality. Some of the shiny ones that are meant to be shiny, like this Blastoise here, just wasn't shiny. It's like the weirdest knockoff. They've not even tried. However, for the content for you guys, I actually did kind of want to buy one of these sealed packs and open them up on camera just to see what I got, just because I think it would be really funny to get some crappy little like non-shiny card. But I asked the guy how much he was selling a single pack for, and I could not believe what he said.
How much is one of your packs?
The £3 pack.
Cool, thank you.
£3. £3. An actual real Pokemon pack is about £4 if you want to go and buy it from Smith's. So the fact that this guy is charging £3 for some fake ones, maybe he didn't know they were fake, but I was just like, no thank you, I am not paying £3 for one of these fake packs. I was literally expecting him to say like 50p for one and I would have got it, but I don't know who's buying those, and I hope no one wasted their money on them at this boot sale, but you never know. People don't know about this stuff. But if you guys actually want me to open one of these, let me know in the comments, because these same guys are at the boot sale every week and I'll probably go back and he's probably got a ton more that I could open. So let me know. I'd do it for the content. £3 isn't the worst, but I was literally expecting 50p. So now we come to the climax of this video. I found this little Disney figure, and now I know figures like this, especially Disney, can sometimes literally be worth like hundreds. And I picked this one up, had a quick look, and I went, oh, this looks pretty good quality. You can't really see it in the footage here, but I will come back in a minute because I go away and I have a quick little Google to see how much this is worth, because I'm like, there could be some good profit here. So it took me a second on my phone and I literally saw a lot of these sold were £40, and I was like, wow, if this person literally wants a fiver, I will take this and stick this on eBay. And maybe if they had the box somewhere back there, it could be worth even more. So as I was walking about, I got a bit panicked and rushed because I was like, I knew this could be worth something. So I walked away and then I literally walked around for maybe 10 minutes because I could not find this stall again. I was like, where has this stall gone? I can't find it anywhere. I need to get there quick before someone else buys this. So literally after about 10 minutes of walking about, I had to watch my footage back on my camera to be like, oh, the stall's here by this yellow van. So then I tracked it down, got there, super excited, ready to ask the price, ready to haggle them down from £10 to £5, pick this up, make a nice little £35 profit. I pick it up, have a little inspection, a closer look, and I noticed that the Evil Queen is literally missing a hand. That's clearly why it's at the boot sale and this person has not sold it online. So I got very excited for nothing. And it actually is a big shame because the new Snow White film is about to come out. And I know that film has a lot of different issues going on. But even still, it will probably increase popularity and there'll be some people that like Snow White that would probably want this. So that's a big shame. I was a little bit annoyed about that. But it's also good to note to always inspect every aspect of what you're about to buy, because this was quite an obvious one that her hand was missing and she wasn't holding the apple. But if I just got excited and went, yep, £5, take it, and then checked after, I would have been very annoyed, because I don't think anyone would have ever bought this with the hand broken, because who wants it? Anyway, that's today's video. A lot of random little buys. Thank you for watching this one. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. There'll be plenty more boot sale content coming your way.